name is Pitaloka Dewi RS, NPM 119060061, 1B English Department, Faculty, Teacher Training and Education of Gunung Jati University, Academic Year 2019-2020. Introduction to Literature, Utut Kurniati, SMA. There are several types of figurative language, but I will explain only 5 figurative language. The first is simile. Simile is a comparison of two things, and it's using as or like for example. For example, her response to me is as cool as the iceberg. Another example, he is busy like a bee. Second is metaphor. Metaphor is a direct comparison of two things. For example, time is money. Another example, the earth is an ocean. No one knows how deep it is. And for information, simile and metaphor are similar, but they are the difference about them. What's different? The difference about them is if simile use as or like for the example, and metaphor not use as or like for the example. Okay, next, the third is hyperbole. Hyperbole is one of several types of figurative language that express something excessively. For example, I will die for you. Another example, I think my head is gonna explode. The fourth is personification. Personification is one of several types of figurative language that stays in animate object as something that seems live like human. For example, the night air pierces my bones. Another example, the sun loves the earth by shining every day. And the last is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a word that represents a sound. For example, the sound of cat is meow, and the sound of explosion is boom or kaboom. In my opinion, poetry activity in class is very enjoyable. Why I say it enjoyable? Because the delivery of the material is easy to understand, especially for me. I don't know another. And the schedule of the interactive class always appropriate, and the interactive class is not make me feel bored. And while the interactive class, the class is still remain conducive, while the delivery of the material is using provide. Maybe that's my opinion about the poetry activity class. There are 6 elements of a short story. The first is character. Character is a person or something, even an animal, who takes part in the action of a short story or in another literary work. The second is setting. Setting is a time and the place which it happened in the story. The third is plot. Plot is a sequence of events in the story. The fourth is theme. Theme is a lesson or message in the story, and that the author wants to convey to the readers. The fifth is conflict. Conflict is the story's main problem. And the last is point of view. Point of view is the perspective from which a story is told. Okay, the first is fairy tale. Fairy tale is a story that are fantasy or that's not real. The character of the story is made up, and usually the location of the story is in another world or an unreal area. The example of fairy tale like Harry Potter, Cinderella, Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, and so on. Second is fable. Fable is a fantasy story where the character is an animal. The example is the tortoise and the hare, the mouse deer, the lion and the mouse, and so on. Third is folktale. Folktale is a story that passes down from generation to generation. Example. The example of folktale, like the boy who cried wolf, Daedalus and Icarus, and so on. Okay, in my opinion, the benefit of drama classes are the people can free for express themselves. They can develop empathy for each other. They can build a teamwork. They can form personalities, and the important is they are not shy or awkward anymore when appearing in front of people. Maybe that's my opinion about the benefit of drama classes. Theatre was theatre in London associated with William Shakespeare. It was built in 1599 by Shakespeare Playing Company, the Lord Chamberlain's Men, on land owned by Thomas Braid. Most of Shakespeare post-1599 plays were staged at the club, including Julius Caesar, Macbeth, Othello, King Lear, and Hamlet. On 29 of June 1613, the club was destroyed by fire. Then, the second club was built on the same site on June 1614. The club was closed by Puritan in 1642 and then destroyed again in 1644 to make room for the Dominants. That's my explanation that I know from the club theater. For that, I will explain about definition from literacy and literature. Literacy is movement to like reading, like read a book, novel, newspaper, magazine, and so on. While literature is material or scientific research that are commonly used for writing, reading, and other. Or simply we can say that literature is as medium or object to be able to ask to do literature. And based on the definition, we can know what the relationship between literacy and literature. The relationship between literacy and literature are interrelated each other. Why I can say that is interrelated each other? Because literacy and literature cannot be separated. Okay, for example, it's like this. If there is only literacy without literature, such like if there is only the movement without the medium or object, we can say that is literacy because we don't have what the object that we want to read. And vice versa, if there is the literature without the movement, or if there is object or medium but we don't have the movement, we don't use the movement, we can say that is literature. And that's my explanation about relationship between literacy and literature. Now I want to read my poetry that's created by myself. Wait. Okay, here we go. Amid in a condition like this, many things I want to do. Meet old friends, chat and talk about every day. But all I can do is lying down, sleep on the bed all day, roll there, roll here, looking for comfortable position, move place. The intention is to do something, but what happened is lying down again and again until it tastes tired my body lying down. Even though I only lying down. Okay, that's the video that I have made. Hopefully the video is useful and helpful for many people. I'm Bito Academy. See you.